And we're live! And my other arm's been chopped off, but we're live! Hello, people!
I'm waving, everyone. I am waving, but I've
Yeah,
disappeared.
Indy's waving from beyond the grave. He doesn't actually have a face.
This is a
I don't
stealth
care what you
podcast.
people think.
As per usual, he's had problems with his camera, which was working and now isn't working.
Yes. Over and over and over and over again.
So,
But
yeah.
we are live, so it's fine. Like,
Hey!
the voice is the important thing. The ability to talk, the ability to chat. You don't need to be able to see his facial expressions when I tell him that, I don't know, he's wrong. Like, repeatedly. Anyway, we are the Virtually Rek't Podcast. I am Power on VR. The guy next to me is Mac in VR, and the guy not next to anybody is Mr. IndieVR. How are we doing, fellas? Other than the shitty tech stuff.
Excellent. All good. How are you doing? How you doing, Mac?
Yeah, not too bad.
I'm good. Chewie was stressed at work today, so he's probably going to have a beer and then punch something.
I'm going to punch many things. Many things.
Nobody mentioned BMF this early in the podcast. Okay.
I'd be afraid to punch that guy.
He's a big guy. He's a big fella.
Yeah, he's a big fella.
Size don't mean anything, guys. Come on. Don't you watch UFC?
Oh, I thought you were going somewhere completely different with that very early on in the podcast. Okay, so as per usual, we always start the podcast in the same way. We start with, what are you drinking and what have you been playing? So, Mac, what are you drinking? What have you been playing?
You might not believe this, but I'm actually drinking a zero alcohol lager for reasons. So what have I been playing this week? Been playing a lot of Red Matter 2 on PSVR 2 and a lot of Gran Turismo 7. I'm trying to think. It's been like 3 weeks since we've done the podcast, isn't it?
Yeah.
It has been. We've been a bit more lax than we should have been.
8th of May.
Yeah. I've also been playing Grad 2, which is a Pico 4 exclusive. So there's a review of that coming up soon.
Oh, nice.
There. So, Indy, even though we can't see you, what are you drinking and what have you been playing?
I am drinking the usual excellent water from a bottle, from a tap, twice filtered.
Call it Council Pop.
Yeah. What have I been playing? Okay, so it's around the 8th, wasn't it? So I played a game called Out of the Shadows, which is an early access game on the Quest. It's like a fiver, and it's a stealth game. And it's still obviously early days, but what the dev's done so far is really good. I really enjoyed that. Some really good ways to kill people and that. We played Doctor of the Cabin, didn't we, Mac? We played that.
I played Drop Dead, yes. We also played Rotten Apple.
Yeah, we'll get onto that. We'll talk about that, but later for sure. I played Emmeline, the Ghost of White Willow, which is a World War II psychological horror in a very British theme. I was very surprised at that one. That was pretty damn good. And I played the other game is Death Harvest. It's not out yet. I did put a video out, so if you like zombie games, you can go check that out. That will be out this week at some point. I'll be streaming it at some point. It's like a zombie shooter, wave based, where you run around and buy guns and things like that and level up. Pretty good fun, man. Pretty good fun. I did enjoy it. I'm looking forward to it actually coming out so I can stream it. Apart from that, nothing much. I've cut down on streaming as well. I haven't streamed that really too much. Yeah.
Is there such a thing as streaming too much?
I don't know, Mr. DMZ. What are you drinking and what have you been playing?
Here's the thing, right? So there is a beer involved tonight. There is actual beer, real live beer.
Wow.
One though, just the one. And it's an Ald IPA, the Brewdog piss take of Aldi's IPA, which was a Brewdog piss take by Aldi. Anyway, circular thinking. What have I been playing? I'm going to hold my hands up, guys. I haven't touched a headset in 2 weeks. As terrible as that is for a VR for a VR podcaster to actually admit I haven't touched a headset in 2 weeks.
What have you been playing, you naughty boy?
What have I been playing? I have gone to
sexual.
the flat side. I have entered the abyss that is unfortunately Modern Warfare 2, specifically DMZ. I cannot play enough of that fucking mode. It's so addictive. Tell him, Mac. Tell him how addictive it is.
It is really addictive because, I think I've streamed it twice, but I've actually played it with you 4 times. So yeah, I'm now about level 36. I'm not anywhere near as good as you or Fitz, but yeah, I'm absolutely loving it. It's just, oh my god, I want that game in VR.
Yeah, no, this is the thing. Is like the game in VR is Ghost of Tabor, right? That's the closest thing that we have to DMZ currently, and it's a good effort by a small group of guys, you know, but it's just not there. It's just not the amount of stuff that is available on the flat side of things is incredible, and I'd kind of forgotten that I'm a gamer at heart. I'm not a VR gamer at heart.
Yeah.
I'm a gamer at heart, and there is more to gaming than virtual reality. I'm going to delete this podcast after
That's the
I'm
end.
done, because
Yeah.
someone's going to come back and they're going to remind me of that quote, and I'm going to be like, yeah.
Hold on a second. People watching on my stream, there you go. He's now a non-entity. I've knocked him off my stream. You can't see him. You can hear him still, though. I'm only joking. There you go. He's back. Yeah. No, I have to admit that when you started playing DMZ, I was a bit... but then you invited me and we jumped in. Me, you and Fitz jumped in. Mm-hmm. I mean, I hadn't played Call of Duty literally for a decade. That is honest to God truth. I have not played Call of Duty for a decade. But it's like muscle memory. You just jump back in. Like, what do the buttons do? Oh, yeah, I remember. And then you just shoot people, and it's just... There's just so many little situations caused by random events. Like when we got DDoSed by the chemist.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
Oh, don't worry, we can make it through this gas cloud. Has everybody got a gas mask? Yes, DDoS. Oh, damn.
Oh, like just absolutely swarmed.
And then we were doing that weapon. You had to get 9 kills with 9 separate weapons.
Yep.
And we struggled on for about an hour. And we managed to do it. And we were flying along in this crop top. Crop top?
Crop top? What is this?
I had a crop top on.
Yeah.
We were flying along in this chop top, and we like heading for the exfil. We jumped over this boulder and landed right next to the helicopter. And there's about 1,600. It's like that scene from Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid when they run out the door. It's exactly what it's like. Get out of the chop top! Oh my god, we got mullered.
Yeah, it was
Absolutely
like me and Fitz had some crazy stuff happening last night. Like Taz didn't manage to get into a game that we played, and me and Fitz ended up, rather than going in like full all guns blazing, we were having to play so tactically just to survive, and we managed to exfil just after, like, both of us got downed about, I don't know, maybe 8 times.
Yeah,
absolutely insane games. But
yeah, it's really good fun.
It is. It's great fun. And here's the important thing. For those of you who don't know, although you probably do because I've been spamming it all over my Discord and everywhere else, because I'm now officially working with Pico's VR streaming department. There's obviously, especially because of a lot of problems we've had in the house and things, and that I've actually got to pay for, that has become a priority. So I apologise that my YouTubing has been slightly under par as far as video production recently, as in the amount of videos. But yeah, it's mainly just because at the end of the day, you know, content creation is another job for me at this point, and I need to, unfortunately, focus a little bit on making sure that my family are all right.
How selfish.
Well, it is
Yeah.
very important. Yes, it is very
Yeah.
important. You know, like make sure the wife and children don't starve to death. Yeah. Okay.
I've heard good things about that particular like lifestyle and mentality. But yeah, I'm trying it out. We'll see how it goes.
Just like to give a shout out to all my people in my chat. We've got Ludovico, we've got Parasite, Count Killer,
Cheese.
Don Metz, Ludovico again, Reeks of Cheese, Mo Beast is here, so Immersed Robot is here as well. Hello, boys and
Oh, hey,
girls. How are
hey,
you?
Movies, how's it going, dude?
Yeah, my chat, how you doing? A coin might have to pop out. No worries. Catch you soon. Silver Tongue Devil. The little devil. Oh, Power on VR. Welcome. We've got St. Quality ND. And...
Indeed.
Oh, we've got Walking Dead. Hello, Walking Dead. How you feeling now, mate? He was not very well for a while. Jace, how you doing? Welcome, mate.
Has he stopped vomiting?
Projectile vomiting and painting the walls. Hopefully he feels better. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for joining, everyone.
So, Shuey, you're not streaming? Or
No,
are you
I am streaming. I am streaming.
Right, okay. I haven't got your chat up. Sorry.
That's fine. It's just me and Taz. It's basically a personal, however public chat.
Yeah.
Taz was just like, "You just have me," and I'm like, "That's good enough for me, mate."
Excuse me. Yeah, Taz has finally got round to sending me the photograph for the "Tas I Destroy You" T-shirt. So that I'll be working on that, and that I'm going to publish details about how you can get hold of that on my Discord in the next week or so. That should be interesting.
Oh, hey, White Rabbit. I actually didn't know you existed until recently, and I subbed to you like just the other day, mate. Just wanted to shout out that.
White Rabbit VR.
Mm.
Oh, I'll have to have a quick look.
Yeah, worthwhile, man. Good content.
Let's have a quick. Sorry about this, White Rabbit. We just.
Bunch of
No,
amateurs.
let's start on a subject, shall we?
Yes.
What do we want to talk about first?
PlayStation Showcase, if you don't mind.
PlayStation Showcase. Yeah, go for it. You're gonna actually be filling me in because I've been away all weekend as well.
Okay.
At a festival, so because it's festival season for me now, so I am literally at every music festival I can get my hands on. So yeah, the PlayStation Showcase hasn't even filtered into my brain. So tell me about it. Tell me what's going down in PlayStation Land.
Right, so the PlayStation Showcase, I live streamed it last week. I think it was on Thursday night. I've got to say something here. There was quite a slew of flat screen games, which obviously you've got to kind of expect. After about half an hour, all the trailers and all the voiceovers and all the music and all the action started to blend into one big turd of. It's almost as if everybody is now making generic third-person hack / epic musics with lots of muscly heroes doing juxtapositions of, well, you know, he killed my father, therefore I must kill him. And after about 25 minutes, I was like literally banging my head off the desk. It was terrible.
Yeah.
But not quite as bad as the VR content in the PlayStation Showcase. Because we got, and I quote, Resident Evil Remake, the VR remake, which we already knew was coming.
Yep.
We got Synapse, which we already knew was coming.
Yep.
We got the Beat Saber Queen pack, which, yeah, okay, that's okay. We got a new trailer for Crossfire Sierra Squad, but we knew about that.
Yep.
We had Five Nights at Freddy's 2.
Oh shit! It's given 0.
Yeah, exactly. So the only thing we got, which we didn't know about, was a non-gameplay trailer of Arizona Sunshine 2.
Which has had co-op confirmed, correct?
Yes. But as I was watching it, I noticed in the corner in white lettering on a desert background, so you couldn't quite see it, was not actual gameplay.
Son of a bitch. Right, so that we're clear, right, Arizona Sunshine is one of my favourite VR zombie games.
It's the first co-op game I ever played in VR, and I
It's
absolutely loved
not. It's not an amazing game. I'm gonna preface this, right, because by today's standards, it's okay. The storyline is good. I actually find it really funny. Like the like taking the piss out of himself narration of it style of it is really good. But the horde mode is what I truly loved. Like I'm not joking here. I have spent on at least one of those levels at least 200 hours.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, no, there is a reason for that though. Because I actually competed in a speed run of it a few years back.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I do you know what? Even after those 200 hours, I was still enjoying myself.
Cool.
As I said, it's not a great game. It's an okay game by today's standards, but I enjoyed it, and I cannot wait to play more of that.
Yeah, the trailer. When I first saw the trailer, I was like, "Wow, they pulled this out of the bag." But then, obviously, turns out it was CGI. So Parasite's got a good point on my chat. He said, "No Killzone, no Blood and Truth port or sequel, no Astrobot 2," and we also had a rumor that Half-Life Alyx was coming, but we didn't get that either.
Nah.
So it was a massive disappointment, which makes me think that the Metagaming Showcase on Thursday. Are we going to get more of the same?
When is the showcase not a
I think
disappointment?
It's gonna shit all over the PlayStation from what you've just said.
But like recently, come.
Sorry, Serge. Carry on. Sorry, mate.
No, go on. Come in.
I was just going to say, but think about the Metagaming Show Quest, the one that we covered last year, where we absolutely were like, "Oh wow, that was amazing. That was absolutely brilliant." How many of those games have actually appeared?
Quite a few. I think.
Well,
What was it? Ghostbusters? Was it
Ghostbusters.
Splinter Cell? Assassin's Creed? Was that the one?
No. They were the year before.
That was the year before.
That was 2021.
What I actually meant to say was the Metagaming Showcase in 2021, which was absolutely amazing. None of those games have turned up. There was supposed to be a game. There was supposed to be Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, Splinter Cell, Assassin's Creed. There was another game from a big studio, which I can't remember the bloody name of at the moment. And none of those 4 games have appeared. And then last year we had the Ghostbusters. That hasn't appeared. I just don't believe them anymore.
I think what it is all of these developers have obviously had access because, like, let's put this straight, okay? Do you seriously think that San Andreas is going to run well on a Quest 2?
It was released. Oh, Christ. When was it released? 2020. I want to say 2004. I don't know why.
Yeah. No. That would be a reasonable guess, right? But what I'm saying is if they want to remake San Andreas, and put it in VR, not only do they have to optimize it for VR, which is quite a difficult thing to do, I would think. But they have to then make it so that when you walk up to them and look at their face, it doesn't look square. It doesn't look like, I don't know, a Roblox game, essentially.
Yeah.
So they're going to have to upgrade it to an extent so that it doesn't look shit as well. And then you've got to make it run at least, 80 to 90 hertz. You've got to make it run at, ridiculous resolutions compared to what it was expecting to be run at the time.
Yeah.
And what I think has happened,
Quest 3.
The Quest 3, this is it, right? The Quest 3, it's not like we're getting it in what's probably September or whenever we're going to get it. We're getting it then, but it's not like the developers haven't had access to this tech for a lot longer than we're going to have seen it as the public, right? I think they got a whiff of this. They got fed up with trying to make it run on the XR chipset, and they were like, well, can't we just make this easier, make it look better, and actually produce a good product on the newer hardware? Yeah. And Meta went, all right then, I guess we've already sort of said that it's coming out, but I guess we can wait.
But then there's 17 million Quest 2 owners who were waiting for San Andreas, and they're now going to say, oh, actually, it's a Quest 3 exclusive.
Yeah.
Fuck yourselves.
Yep.
Same as they did with Medal of Honor and all. Well, I mean, obviously that was a steaming pile of turd, but
I know some people that like that, like Clueless. I think it's Clueless Dad Gamer. He actually liked that game quite a bit. So you don't want to hurt his feelings.
Medal of Honor.
Oh no.
I had to play through it twice to review it. I had to play it when it came out on the Oculus PC VR, and then I had to play it again when it came out on Quest 2. And oh my god. Right, yeah. So just to clarify, San Andreas was released in 2004.
Yeah, October. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's the other thing to go, like, looking back at the PlayStation Showcase then, I'm assuming it was widely regarded as just being a lackluster pile of shit when it comes to VR.
Yes.
Okay, so that being the case then, yeah, they've dropped the ball. Like, the launch was quiet, but in VR circles, it was pretty fucking huge. Like, releasing a console, because let's face it, that's what it is, it's a console. Yeah. Releasing a console with that many games already available at launch with a few different exclusives, like it felt more like an actual console, like the N64, like the PlayStation 2, like the PlayStation 4, whatever. It felt more like a launch of that than anything else, but without the fanfare that it should have had. And I don't know why they're not capitalizing on that sort of momentum.
Yeah, Coin said something interesting. Maybe they're going to release it on the Quest 3 as a release title, but the Quest 2 will have a downgraded version.
I really hope they don't do that.
Because that'll be like, oh, everybody upgrade. By the way, streamers, we now have 1080p bloody streaming available and all this stuff. You know it's going to happen.
And then they'll take it away from us 2 months later.
Yeah. But you have to have a Facebook account to use it.
I was going to say, it'll only stream to Facebook. It won't stream to YouTube.
Yeah, fuck's sake. So the PlayStation Showcase, I mean, I watched it and then I had ranted for about half an hour.
It was very entertaining, Mac. I was listening and / watching and we won't repeat some of the things you said.
I'm afraid poor old BMF got it in the neck again.
Yeah. Go watch it. Go watch that back, guys. If you missed it, it's really entertaining. Mac just loses it for a while. It's worth watching. It's on his channel.
Oh no! I just got so. I just actually, for once, believed the hype and the leaks.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, they've got to do this because they need some AAA IPs. They need Half-Life Alyx. They need Astrobot 2. Excuse me, to invigorate the market because at the moment all we're getting. Admittedly, Red Matter 2 on PSVR 2 is the definite version of Red Matter 2 because it uses the eye tracking, foveated rendering. It uses the haptics on the triggers really, really well. And it also uses the haptics in the headset really well as well. So even though Red Matter 2 is the definite version, all we are getting at the moment is PC and Quest 2 ports. And that's not good enough. I'm sorry. For a big company like Sony with so many AAA IPs. So, yeah. That's the condensed, non-drunk version of the rant that I had.
What was what were your thoughts on the last game they showed? You enjoyed that, didn't you? Was it like a Spider-Man video or something? Was it?
Oh, for God's sakes!
That was the icing, but yeah.
The ice. I think that was the straw that broke my camel's back.
Now, how often, I'm not very clued in with PlayStation. How often do they do those? Is it twice a year or?
No, it's quite a lot, I think.
Oh, okay.
They did in like January or something.
If you look at the PlayStation 5 release schedule for flat screen games, it's like you get 10 to 15 flat screen games every single month. And even though most of them look like generic third person, because that seems to be the thing at the moment, isn't it? Generic third person slasher, magical,
button basher,
ninja, yeah.
I have to admit, they all do look the bloody same, but like I was watching what you were looking at, I was watching little bits and I was like, they're all doing the same thing, there's no innovation there. But yeah.
Yeah, they just all seem to blend in together in the end.
Yeah.
Donald Metz, we're not using the Virtually Rek't podcast site anymore because we didn't get any views last time.
But what we're doing is if you go to the description, subscribe to it, because once we get to 1,000, we will start using it. So we do need to get people on there, right?
But this is the thing. At the end of the day, all three of us, we use this as not this specific podcast, but we use our channels obviously to promote ourselves, to promote our content, to bring people in. And at the end of the day, the Virtually Rek't podcast, specifically like its own dedicated channel, was a good idea without enough push, not just from us, but from everyone else. And that's not me having a go at anyone, because at the end of the day, there are we have a good group of people that join us for the podcast every single time. And there are like 30 to 50 of you that always come and see us, always stop by, always say hello. Even if you've not got enough time to watch the entire thing, you'll always stop in and say, hey guys, how's it going? And that's really fucking cool of you.
Yeah.
But like Mac, what subs are you at the moment? Like 16k?
15 and a half.
Yeah, so 15 and a half. I've got another 7.5 on top of that, coming up for 8. Indie, what are you at the moment? Like 1400?
Yeah, 13 odd, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So between us, like we've got like 25-ish thousand subs that all get to see that obviously only a select amount of those are going to actually have clicked that little fucking bell icon on our channels. But let's say that, like, conservatively, let's say 10% have clicked that bell icon. That's 2,500 people that are going to get a notification that we're going live for this podcast. Whereas on the Virtually Rek't podcast, even if every single person that is subbed there currently had that bell icon done, it was still only like 70 odd people, I think. And so that's what we want to do, is just make sure that we're getting as many people in, as many people to talk to us, as many people just to interact, basically. And the other thing is, and this is not a greed thing, but you guys can't actually donate or membership to that channel at the moment, because we're not at 1,000 subs. And that's the way that we end up giving back to everyone, doing cool shit. And so I want to be 100% up front. There is definitely an element of the money side of it, because we can also monetize all of this, which is giving us money just for sitting here and talking to you guys while you interact with us, right? That might only be a small amount of money, but it's an amount of money nonetheless. And then subs on top of that, memberships on top of that go back towards the community. Like, that all has an impact. So I don't want to bullshit you and say that this another reason and come up with a clever, silly little reason. I'm just going to be upfront. You know how I roll. That sounded terrible. You know how I am. I'm pretty damn upfront with how I fucking talk about shit. And
You're watching Samuel L. Jackson movies today. No, go on.
I ain't getting on no motherfucking podcast with no motherfucking snakes.
Well, I mean, one of the part, just like I mean, I agree totally with what Shuey said. The last time we did the podcast, when we finished the podcast, 52 people have watched it over the whole 2 hours.
Yeah.
And we had a long conversation afterwards saying, look, we can't monetize, we can't give away any sort of credit, Steam gift cards. We can't buy people gift games. So if you go back to the Christmas podcast, I mean, that was hilarious. And we raised about £200. And that money went straight back into the community with gift cards and game giveaways and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
We physically can't do that on the Virtually Rek't podcast website, YouTube channel, because we're just not big enough. So yeah, the decision was made to go back to the way we were doing it. Though Indy has decided to obviously ghost us.
I'm doing it. Yeah, we're going back to the old way, but you're not allowed to look at me in the eyes.
Yeah, because we're all embarrassed. So that is like Shuey said. You know me, I'm brutally honest. It's part of the root reasons my channel is here. There you go. So Don, to answer your question, yes, we're not using the Virtually Rek't podcast YouTube channel at the moment.
Yeah, I've dropped the channel into all of our chats. So if anyone isn't subscribed, go subscribe, because we will eventually move over.
It's possible that we get back on there at some point, but for now at least, it's just not on the cards currently. So we will be doing our own thing for a little bit on our own channels, just to try and sort shit out a bit better.
Yeah, and
I do
then
apologise.
every week to week we get new subs and stuff like that, and they don't get exposed to the podcast as well. So it's like, I think
Yeah.
it's better to do this, and then we'll see if go back there one day.
Thank you, Parasite. Parasite's just subscribed to the YouTube channel.
Thank you very
Virtually
much.
Cool. Right, on to another VR related stuff then. Let's stick with Meta Gaming Showcase quickly
Yes.
because we briefly touched on it and we didn't touch on it enough. We need to touch all of its parts until it
We
feels
do. Until it feels wanted.
because this is something that I can't remember who said at the very, very beginning of one of our chats. Someone said, no, can't find it now. Ignore me as far as that's concerned. Someone said, I fully expect this, I predict that tonight will be all about predictions because it's obviously
Parasite.
us, we're doing our podcast, and Crewcast, they've got their podcast on the same night. And it's all going to be about the predictions ready for Thursday. So,
Yeah.
do we want to throw out? Let's actually do this, right? I want two predictions from each of you for the meta case. God damn! I've had half a beer. Fuck me. For the Meta Gaming Showcase, I want two predictions. I want one reasonable prediction and one completely fucking out there. I want this to be like your fucking top right hand corner bingo square kind of shitty type prediction.
Right. I've got two predictions. One is fairly conservative, and the other one is fucking out there. But I do have a reason I'm going to say it.
Okay.
So we do one each, yeah, and then.
Damn it, slow coach! You've given mine away.
What did he say?
Don't look at it. Stop looking at it.
Put it away then. Hey Nick, how you doing, mate? Right, my first prediction is that the Quest 3 will get teased, not revealed, and it's be releasing in October.
Why October?
Because that's when they do the usual sort of meta thingy, isn't it? Is it September or
Yes.
October? Yeah, I can't remember what it's called.
I'm pretty
now.
sure it's the end of October usually.
It's when Seal Hands does the metaverse thing. Metaverse.
Now I have to remind you, I am a human.
Yeah, so that's my first prediction. Quest 3 will be teased, not revealed. October release date.
Okay, Indy, I want your predictions, buddy.
I'm so out of touch with MetaQuest.
Okay,
I
just
reckon-
go for the ridiculousness then.
I reckon they'll probably announce the Green Hell co-op on the Quest 2. I think they might do that.
Ooh, okay. That's
okay.
reasonable.
Reasonable.
That's a reasonable prediction.
I possibly. I think it's a bit early for Population 1 sequel, but maybe the next one. Apart from that, I mean, ridiculous would be Half-Life Alyx at running at 4K.
Damn it!
Okay. So now, so my reasonable prediction for this gaming showcase is that without talking about it, you'll see someone wearing a Quest 3 headset. I don't think they will talk about it, but I think because I wonder whether they're going to leave the Quest 3 until their meta showcase rather than their gaming showcase, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So my reasonable prediction is that they will show someone wearing it, but they won't talk about it. I think that's actually as out there and silly as that sounds. That's my reasonable prediction. My unreasonable prediction, as Slow Coach fucking ruined for me, is that Onward 2 will be announced.
I think because we know that Downpour are working on number 2. That's not a bad prediction, actually.
No. I would have agreed with you 3 months ago.
Okay.
However, they downsized every motherfucker on all of their gaming studios that they own. Like they downsized the shit out of them, which is why that's my unreasonable one.
Yeah. Don't forget that Dante Buckley, is the guy behind Downpour, actually did Onward by himself originally when it first released in 2016.
Yeah, and it was shit.
He was the sole developer. It was all right. So going back to your prediction that the Quest 3 will be in the background, but you won't actually talk about it. Do you think somebody's going to hand a suitcase to Zuckerberg, a white suitcase, and say, "Is this what I think it is?" And Zuckerberg's going to go, "Yeah," and then just like not mention it again ever?
Oh, that's actually a really good point. Yeah, they could definitely do some shit like that. Like there'll be like the packaging or something in the background, or oh, that's a good point. We need to make another prediction. We need to make another prediction each.
Yeah, I did have a prediction. Unfortunately, it was also the same as your prediction, Indy. No, so the reason I think Half-Life Alyx is coming to Quest 2 and Quest 3 is because Red Matter 2 on Quest 2 is amazing, and I even said it in my review of the Quest 2 version that they could definitely do Half-Life Alyx because Red Matter 2 has all the physics. Mm-hmm. It's even better on Pico 4 than it is on Quest 2. Because they can run the clock speeds at 20% higher because the Pico 4 has better cooling. There is actually on Vertical Robot's Twitter channel, there is actually a panel where they actually say, right, we ran this at medium on Quest, we ran it at high on Pico, and there's like they give all the reasons that the Pico version looks better. PlayStation 2, I mean, I know it's like 500 quid for the console, 500 quid for the headset, that's £1,000, but Red Matter 2 on that looks fucking unbelievable. So yeah, Quest 3, Half-Life Alyx, very doable. Very, very doable. There. That was my prediction.
Which I ruined.
No.
Happily.
I think we need to make another prediction, right? So the last time, I want your weirdest item for the showcase as well. So we've had barbecue sauce. What's the next weird fucking out there item that doesn't belong on the showcase but somehow is and becomes the talking point?
A pink strap-on dildo.
I knew. Sweet Baby Ray's, wasn't it?
Yeah. Which they now sell in co-op, by the way.
Oh, crikey.
What was that all about, by the way? Was that just a weird...
Yeah,
Did they pay them to do it? Or what?
Never explained, never even mentioned, I think, from like the Meta official channels.
Do you think they just paid to for them to advertise their product then?
Oh, it can't be that. It can't be as simple as that.
No, it's well documented that Sweet Baby Ray's is Mark Zuckerberg's favourite barbecue sauce.
Right, okay.
Okay, so what else does Mark Zuckerberg like other than sweet ones and zeros?
Firing people.
He likes a bit of MMA. So maybe somebody runs into.
Oh, he does, doesn't he?
Maybe get somebody like I don't know. Let's get Alistair Overeem to run in and smash him in the face. Sorry, that's an MMA fighter. Something like that.
I was going to say I have no idea who that is.
Habib Nurmagomedov comes in and puts him in an armbar. I don't know. He likes fencing. He likes a bit of MMA.
He's done fencing though. Fencing's already been in the showcase.
Oh, that's right. Yes, he has. Yes. Have you seen that cool surfboard thing that he's got? The one that comes out on a...
The foil, yeah.
Yeah, the foil. That's
hydrofoil.
Yeah.
No,
I don't know.
I know it was jiu-jitsu, hun. Sorry, my wife was just telling me that he does jiu-jitsu as well. Probably because we also do jiu-jitsu is why she was reminding me of that. Hemorrhoid cream. Mo Beast, is that you saying hello, or is that you saying you think you will have a yo-yo in the chat?
Yeah, there's a tube of Anusol in the background because that's his favourite pile cream.
I just don't know. I'm going to go with... Oh, what am I going to go with? What could be weird that he would have sat there? I'm going to go so unbelievably far out there. Okay? I'm going to go with there'll be a PSVR 2 headset in the background.
Wow.
There's going to be a different head in the background. I reckon there's going to be the head of Lucky Palmer. Just like on a spike next to the Baby Rays. Just so it looks like he's actually going to barbecue his head and then eat his brains with...
Okay, Naz, if I say it, will you stop shouting at me? Oh, God damn it. So, Taz's prediction is purple dildo. I'm gonna paraphrase this.
No,
I'm gonna paraphrase it. Purple dildo in Zuckerberg's ass. Right? So because then how do you prove that he didn't?
It's really funny because when we play Gran Turismo, Taz has a bright purple Corvette, which we call the purple penis. So does he mean that Taz's purple penis is going to be parked up his ass?
Ooh. Doc Ock's got an interesting input on this. Hey, Doc, by the way. Long time,
Doc,
dude.
how you doing, mate?
He won't be involved at all, and it will all be AI generated.
Ah.
I could genuinely see that shit happening.
Yeah, unfortunately, they've already announced that what's her name? Lucy Bram, is it? I can't remember what her first name is. The girl who did the showcase last year.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I'm not good with names, mate. I can barely remember your name.
Bram Metal.
Bram Stoker. No.
Ruth Bram, there you go. Oh, I was actually not far off. There you go, Ruth Bram.
Maybe we finally get avatars with legs. Don't go throwing out that's 2030 nonsense. That's
Quest
way
5.
further in the future.
That's Quest 5, that is.
Like, don't you can't. It's like saying, oh yeah, it's going to come with a blowjob simulator. It's just not realistic, mate. Like,
well, if you go
avatars with legs.
If you go on Steam,
so far off.
You can get some kinky stuff on Steam. But I don't know if you guys have seen the porn games on Steam.
I have
hilarious.
been into the depths.
It's hilarious.
The depths of the Steam depravity library is.
There's some real darkness down there. It's really funny. It's really funny. Some of the trailers alone, man. Oh my god.
You tried to get me onto that today, and I actually managed to refuse. So.
Hang on. Am I missing something? Sorry, I'm just reading back through Sayaniam? I'm sorry, buddy. I genuinely don't know how to pronounce that.
It's because I was talking about the PS5 and PSVR 2 costing £1,000.
Oh, okay. I see. Yeah, I see what you mean now. I mean, it only lasts multiple years if you don't destroy it, I guess. You should see my Quest 2, mate. It is mullered. That thing has had enough. It's ready to retire and, go to the old farm where I genuinely believe that it's still alive and having a happy life 15 years later.
Mate,
it's been shot and buried.
I've literally had mine for, I don't even know, maybe a year, and you could put it in the box and sell it as absolutely brand spanking new. That's how much I use it.
Oh, Zen, you absolute fucking legend, mate. Mate, that is so nice of you. Thank you very much. He's just gifted 5 memberships for me. Dude, that's fucking awesome. I owe you a big sloppy kiss on the forehead when I see you again next.
And I promise I won't call you Mindy all the time.
Nice one,
I'm kind of made up about that. Yeah, come get involved in the chat, dudes. You may get a free membership.
So yeah, Zanquility's my cousin. Like, he met Mac and Power on my birthday back in Feb.
And proceeded to listen to me and Mac talk absolute bollocks at him while pretty fucking hammered for a good hour and a half solid.
Oh my god.
Please, people, tell me more of the old days of gaming.
Also signing him saying I barely use my Quest 2, but it's worth anything.
Oh, he's just running the rounds.
Oh, there you go, Zen.
Zen, nice you one. Fucking legend.
You legend. Thank you very much, my friend.
Maniac's got a Butter Something, Devon, Cole Camp Tangent, and Natalie Brigulio. There you go. You've all got memberships to Mac's channel. Welcome to the dungeon.
Welcome to the Mac Cave. Welcome to the Power On Cave as well. Cheers, mate. Cheers, Equality. That's lovely, mate. Thank you very much. I owe you a beer. Jump
into my chat as well, people, because there are still, I think, 3 or 4 that will still disappear into people's places. So come join. Right, we need to move on to another topic.
Yep.
Do we want Apple next? Do we care enough to go Apple next?
Can I just, before we go off the MetaQuest stuff, can I just talk about the Quest 3? Because I've written it down. So there's a chap who actually managed to get hands on, officially. I don't think he was allowed to say too much about the spec, but he did talk about his experience with the Quest 3. He said, Laszlo, go and jump into Power-On's chat on the podcast. You might be able to get a membership.
Yeah, guys, if you're on my chat, they're still going, so...
Yeah.
Come back.
Sorry.
I'll drop his link in the chat now, mate, guys.
Yeah, okay. So Quest 3, this guy got hands on. The render, I don't know if anybody knows about this, but sadly it's Bradley, before he lost his contact in the Quest supply chain, did a render of what the Quest 3 actually looks like. And it looks a bit odd because it looks kind of like small, like a Pico 4, but it has two cameras here, and then it has three cameras at the front.
Yeah.
Two of the cameras are RGB color cameras, and the one in the middle is actually the depth sensor, the depth sensor that the Pro never got. So he said that the color pass-through was absolutely amazing. So good he could actually use his phone in the AR mode because the picture was so clear, it was depth correct. He said it was really, really good. He said the screens were similar in resolution to the Quest 2, but it was lighter and thinner, and it had a physical IPD slider.
Uh-huh.
So because he said it was lighter and thinner, I'm guessing that means it's got pancake lenses, and that would tie in with him saying that it looked better, but the resolutions weren't that much higher than the Quest 2. There's no eye or face tracking. It has the second generation Qualcomm XR2, which apparently is about 50% faster than the other one. It has Pro style controllers, but it doesn't have the cameras built into the controllers. And that's all the information he was allowed to reveal.
Okay.
It's going to be pancake. There's no way they're not going for pancake, like with what everyone's doing. There's no way they're not doing pancake.
Yeah. It's not OLED, is all I have heard. Right, okay, that's what Parasite said. So it looks like they're concentrating on the pass-through, the colour pass-through, which, to be fair, on the Pico, it is quite good. It's really good. You can actually read your camera if you put it right up to the camera on the front. You can actually read your phone, sorry, if you put it right up to the camera on the front. Parasite's just put, if it's Fresnel lenses, it's a miss for me. I think they're going to be glass pancakes. That's my prediction. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So White Rabbit is just subscribed to my channel. Thank you very much, my friend.
Oh, White, thank you very much, dude. That's fucking awesome of you.
Yeah.
Much appreciated.
Bit of mutual subscription going on there.
Yeah, these people with their things and their time and their amazingness. Jesus Christ.
I'm going to have to put your chat up, Shimmy. I can't...
Nah, you leave my chat alone.
I've got his chat up, Mac. How selfish of you.
No, it's because I didn't realise he was streaming until we actually started, so...
Yeah, you go away. You're going to be bad luck for my chat.
Yeah,
he's going to spit out.
Yeah. Then Quilly's going to revoke all those memberships as soon as you go on there.
No,
cheers, guys. Cheers, everyone.
I promise I'm getting back on the wagon with doing all of my stuff. So expect to see more things going on, people. Especially seeing that I really want to reintroduce Wednesday night gaming sessions. Because we've previously had like Walkabout Wednesdays and World of Mechs Wednesdays, and I'm sure I can turn some other names of games without W's in them into somehow having W's in them in order to fit Wednesdays. So let me know, people. Let me know what you fancy, especially you, White Rabbit. If you want to play something specific, mate, you fucking let me know, buddy. DM me. Oh God, I'm gonna have to add these people to my fucking Discord chat. You've given me an obligation, Zen.
Oh my God! Right, yes. So that's all I wanted to say about the Quest 3. Sorry, Parasite asked a question. He said, "Are you saying that the resolution is similar to Quest 2? So does that mean it won't be as good as Pico 4?" I think he said it was similar to Quest 2. Pico 4 actually, the resolution is better, but not massively better. It's the pancake lenses that make it better. If you kind of get that, kind of get my idea. The pancake lenses and those glass and the glass pancake lenses make the screen so clear, make the sweet spot massive, and I think that's what he was talking about. So yeah.
Oh, that's the other thing I wanted to. I need to do a shout out for actually.
Okay.
Because I told them I would. The Walking Dead, you absolute legend.
Cheers, Walking Dead. Thank you, mate.
You can always
Nice one,
get
Daddy
Walking
boy.
Dead. Everyone go and subscribe to Walking Dead.
Oh yeah, Walking Dead. Yeah, Walking Dead has a channel. He's 200 subscribers. I think last time I looked.
220 odds, I think.
Yeah, no, he needs way more, man. I love that guy so fucking much.
And now that he's stopped vomiting.
You might have.
Right, so
Walking Dead hasn't been very well, so everybody send love to Walking Dead.
Yeah, 100%. Send him love. Send him pastries. Send him all sorts of things to make him regret being ill. Anyway, yeah, shout out. Like Walking Dead, shout out, big shout out for that guy. But the other shout I want to do, because I told them I would, is Pico actually, for those creators amongst you, I'm going to find you a link. Because I think you've got 2 more days. Incidentally, 2 more days until my birthday. But you have 2 more days to enter a competition to win yourself a Pico 4 headset and the potential of a contract to stream with Pico, I think. I'm not certain on that one. But they definitely want more people to be streaming on their service. So I will find the link and the banners and shit. And I will... here's the link. Right, I'm going to post it into all our chats. If you're a creator and you fancy trying a different type of stream, then sign up to that. You could win yourself a Pico 4 headset completely for free.
Free. I entered.
So did I. Oh
Oh,
no,
no.
really? Don't do whatever you just did. It's messing up the streams.
Hold on.
Put your thing back on. Put your video back on, even if it doesn't work.
Sorry, mate. It just.
And his mic's gone off. There it is. That's better.
I'm back.
Oh.
There you go.
Slow. I tell you what, buddy. I genuinely 100% am going to use that to buy nachos. Fuck. No. Nachos.
Nachos.
I'm going to buy nachos. So I'm going to another festival in a week and a half, and they have like the best nachos. Fuck. Nachos. They have the best nachos there.
I didn't realise there's an R in nachos.
Nachos.
So, were you there that night? Were you there for the nacho incident?
You were running around EGX trying to find those decent nachos, and then they changed the recipe, and you were like sat there looking at your nachos like.
Okay, so the nacho incident, for those that don't know, we had a walkabout Wednesday. We had a full group of us, and as it turns out, for my entire life, I've been saying nacho wrong.
Oh.
I genuinely didn't know. I genuinely thought it was pronounced nacho. Like,
is that because you get posh and all that?
Because I'm posh and all that. I come from like a tiny village, mate. I come from where there is more horse shit than people. Like,
Assassin's just said nachos. Spelled it GNAWTCHOS. I think we've gone a little bit off script.
Yeah, no, I apologize. I like the fucking nachos, man. Slow coach. They're never gonna let me live it down.
And he made a donation as well, so thanks for that.
Yeah, no, I super appreciate it, man.
Some
Cheers,
nachos
buddy.
with that. Right, I'm just going to cross off the things we've talked about, otherwise I get confused.
Yeah, so let's fuck it. Let's do a really quick one actually.
Okay.
Unless Indy, have you got a better? Indy, pick one. Pick one we haven't done.
What about the 70% of the top rated Quest 2 apps are now available on the Pico 4?
Oh, that actually
Yes.
follows quite nicely on from my little announcement just there. Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, so on top of the fact that that's awesome for Pico 4 owners, what does this mean in broader terms?
Well, I mean, I have a contact in Pico, and she sends me a list of all the games that are going to be released that month. And
Yep.
you know, they are getting some exclusives, some timed exclusives, and every single month you are getting 10 to 15 games released onto the Pico platform. I mean, a lot of them are Quest 2, because it's really, you have to understand the XR2 chip is basically an Android system, so it's very, very easy to port a game from, it's like porting a game from a Samsung Galaxy S21 to a Google Pixel. There's not really much work involved because they're running on an identical platform nearly. So what's happening is obviously the developers are realizing the Pico 4 is there and it's very easy to port their games across. So you're getting a lot of Quest 2 stuff is now appearing on Pico 4. The Pico 4 is more powerful than the Quest 2, right? It has the same chip, but it has a better cooling solution. So like the guys at Vertical Robot who did Red Matter 2 said, they can actually run it at a higher clock, which means they can have better resolution, more anti-aliasing. So and with the glass pancake lenses, they generally tend to look better on the Pico 4.
Yeah, no, it's the way I'm looking at Pico 4 at the moment, and this is not a diss, by the way. This is an endorsement almost, right? Is imagine like back in the day being able to get like a knockoff N64, but all of the games worked.
Yeah.
And it had some other games, and it did things a little bit differently, but it wasn't an N64. But it was like, I don't know. It was just lighter and better. Like, imagine it was just smaller. Like,
yeah. Well, White Rabbit there has commented on Indy's chat. I have a Quest 2, Reverb G2, and a Pico Neo 3. I had a Pico Neo 3 as well. That wasn't a particularly good headset. I never use anything but Index for quality and Quest 2 over Pico because of third-party stuff like my Bobo Pro.
Completely fair.
Right, I have the KKCOB battery strap for my Pico 4, which is as good as the Bobo.
No.
It's as good as the Quest 2 Bobo VR M2. It is.
Just get the P4, man. Just get the P4. It's better.
What is that? What the Bobo strap is called?
Yeah, the Bobo P4 Pico headset battery strap.
Oh right, that's really weird because the KKCOB VR is also called the P4.
Oh wow. Okay.
Can I ask you a question? What does KKCO4B mean?
I've got no idea.
Okay.
I've got no idea. So, I'm opposite to White Rabbit there because I use my Pico 4 exclusively for virtual desktop, and if I have a game on Pico and have it on the Quest, I'll play it on Pico. Because
pancake lenses.
I just prefer the pancake lenses.
Yeah.
Now that I've got the Bobo battery, like, so it's nice and modular and everything. I know the KK one does as well, but not with Bobo batteries, and that's what we all have thousands of. Yeah, but since I've got that, I almost always use that. Like, it's nice and comfortable. It's lightweight. It's now got.
How many Bobo batteries have you got?
You want a Bobo off? You want a fucking Bobo off? I'll show you a fucking Bobo off. 1, 2, 3.
He has to win at everything. Honestly, he has to win at everything.
4, 5.
They're like love eggs. He's pulling them out of somebody's ass.
No.
Was that 7?
Yes, 7, and 2 charging pads.
Ah, right. Okay. So what I was going to say was that I've actually got 2 of the KKCOB VR batteries, and these are 10,000
Not 7 though, is it, motherfucker?
These are 10,000 milliamps. So that's 20,000 milliamps, which is approximately 12 hours.
Yeah.
Give or take.
How
So
heavy
I'm
are
never
they?
going to run out of batteries.
How heavy are they?
I can actually tell you.
Oh, this is where we find out Mac's a dealer.
I've got drug scales. I've got my drug scales.
Living on that estate, Max become a
Yeah, no, the field of view definitely adds to it for me.
Yeah.
Well, for the Pico, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
So
I mean,
how many-
I've tried the
How many
Pico.
people?
Yeah.
How many people do you think are going to be absolutely fascinated to find out?
No, I genuinely am. I need to go and measure my... I don't have drug scales, though.
Right. Bobo VR, 142 grams.
142 grams for Bobo.
Yeah. Sorry, I need to reset that.
What do you need for your Quest, then?
Ooh. Now, the KKCOB VR with twice the capacity is only 186.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah. So there is a weight difference, but yeah.
Just so that we're clear also, I have also given away 4 of these. The
So it's 11.
VR ones. And a charging pad as well. So yeah, at some point in time, said and told, I've had 11 of these bad boys.
Oh my God.
Just in case anybody's wondering, this is the KKCOB VR battery head strap.
Okay, let's compare. We'll get them out.
Get them out. We have this really comfortable sort of halo back strap, and obviously with the Pico, it does the Bobo sort of thing. So you do that, put it on your face.
So yours. So that one's got a padded head strap. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it have a padded headrest though? At the back? At the
Yes,
back?
it does. It does.
No,
It's got
that isn't padded. That's not padded.
It cups your head.
Yeah, but that's not padded, is it?
Oh dear me, it's very very comfortable.
Nah, like we're going purely on features. Does yours have a really kick-ass neon orange cable attached to it?
No, because it's not made by P Diddy. It's made by adults.
That is the weird thing. Like, I don't understand why they went for the bright orange. I genuinely don't. But I love it. I genuinely think it looks cool.
Well, I mean, I've got the Bobo for the Quest. I think it's definitely the best head strap out there. If you haven't got one, go and get one.
Oh yeah,
It's really,
the
really
M2
good.
Pro is just fucking great.
It's absolutely fantastic. So comfortable.
Does it squeak when you put it on? Why would it squeak?
Is there a small mouse living in it? Yeah. So anyway, that was our Pico Bobo KKCO BVR
Fight off.
Yeah,
I mean, with the Bobo, same as with like those ones, you are right, Walking Dead. Like, if we ever have a power outage, I can watch VR porn for like days.
Oh dear.
But yeah, I think going back to what White Rabbit said, the problem is White Rabbit's in America, so it's like they don't have access to the Pico 4 unless someone sends it to them from outside.
Yeah, Walking Dead.
So, yeah, that's something. Yeah. So yeah, it's a lot better. Like if you're going to use it for PCVR, definitely it's better than the Quest 2. But then this is the whole point. That the whole conversation.
White Rabbit's not in America. He's in Germany.
Sorry, he's in Germany. Oh yeah, he is, isn't he? Damn. He's from.
And he's from Canada. Jesus Christ, you've insulted this man real fucking hard right now.
He's half Australian, all right? I don't know. Yeah, I got that wrong. Sorry, mate. But hey, Wibble, how you doing? Been trying to get big screen working with Taz to watch. Didn't work.
If Evil Kingus, if we are measuring dicks, I just bought a second PS5, a second PSVR 2, a second level 2, next level 2.0 racing rig, a second Fanatec DD Pro.
Why? You've only got one arse.
Jesus Christ, mate. That's insane.
What? Is that in your chat?
That's
I've
in
got it
your
on.
chat, you fucking moron.
Oh, where? I can't see it.
At the bottom, live chat.
You've got it on top chat, haven't you?
No, it's on live chat.
Oh,
Refresh the
well,
page,
Evil
mate.
King has just put that.
Yeah.
All right, okay. It hasn't come up.
Mate, if you ever wanted to, like, you know when, I mean, you probably don't know when, you always get the free sample from your drug dealer, and eventually you get proper hooked, and then you delve down the rabbit hole of eventually dying in a gutter somewhere. Well, I think Evil Kingus is like the VR equivalent of that. He's just bought enough stuff so that every person that comes around his house, he can get hooked into VR.
It's really weird, Evil, because your posters showed up on my phone, but it didn't show up on my chat. Isn't it?
Yeah, YouTube's chat's really weird. The past month or two, that stuff just disappears.
Yeah.
It doesn't show.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry, Evil, I missed that, but yeah, nice.
Yeah, that was funny, mate. That's giving me a good giggle.
We have to start calling Evil King us Elon Muskus.
Yeah, so I think with the Pico 4 library, it is catching up. They just need to be out in America, which is just one big fucking load of shit that's going on still. So that's the tip.
Yeah,
If that happens, then that's when Meta are going to shit themselves.
Yeah, there was Pico. There was a games conference that was quite. I can't remember which one it was. Maybe one of you two can remember. Where Pico had a massive booth, and when all the journalists went over and said,
Yeah,
"Got
it
anything to
was
announce?"
in Vegas, whatever it was in
That's
Vegas.
right, yeah, was it GDC, something like that? And there were obviously all the journalists thought, well, this means that Pico 4 is coming to America. So they went over to them and said, wow, what's happening? Are you going to announce the release? And they went, oh no. And it turns out it was a legal battle over TikTok.
Yeah.
In case you don't know, ByteDance, who own TikTok, also bought Pico. And the Americans get a bit twitchy because, unfortunately, if you're a Chinese company, you have an obligation to share your data with the Chinese government if they request it.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean they're going to do that.
Just so that we're clear,
the option.
TikTok's data servers aren't on Chinese soil. They're on American soil, handled by Americans, funded, like, completely paid for Americans. Like, it's not like they're not running like this weird fucking county espionage bloody ring. But yeah, no, it's basically Meta have gotten way too big for their boots, and like if I ever was going to get any kind of deal with Meta, right, this is where that fucking ends, right? Meta are so pissed off that they might have competition, and that for once they're not allowed to just buy them out like they did with Instagram, which yes is what happened, and yes that is an antitrust lawsuit that should have happened that never did. I wonder why, because they're being like this. I know I'm going down the conspiracy theory the route here, but trust me, this one I genuinely don't. I don't tend to go for conspiracy theories all that much. They are paying people to lobby the US government to cause problems with TikTok, because all of the questions that were asked to TikTok during that hearing, they were all based on stuff that they don't currently do for Facebook. They don't currently do for Instagram. So yeah, money, as you say, Ecoin to the future. As you say, money talks, mate.
Yeah.
Meta are very, very dirty, underhanded, evil little company that I will still buy shit from, unfortunately.
Please send me a Quest 3 and let me be an ambassador.
Yeah, please send me free games, Meta. I promise to be good. Meta Senpai.
I'm going to set my Quest 2 on fire when the Quest 3 comes out in the live stream. Tune in for that, everyone. And I won't buy the Quest 3. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, basically, yeah, it's all a pile of crap. That's the thing, is holding it back, because it just needs to break into America. It's such a pain in the ass. Like that, it's not that Meta are just Meta, aren't they? So
when you said America, I felt like saying "fuck yeah."
Yeah, exactly.
Did I say? I don't
White
even know.
Rabbit, is that your setup? And B, can I put it on the channel? Can I put it on the podcast? Because holy fucking shit, that is amazing.
What's this?
So White Rabbit's sim rig setup looks godly.
Right, I've got your channel running up on a window. So
Yeah, hang on. I just need to find out where I've put this piece of shit picture. It's not a piece of shit picture. It's a very good picture. A very nice setup. But I am incredibly jealous. I'm unhappy of how jealous I am with this.
Stick it in the Discord. We can show everyone
Oh
else.
Jesus, that is a very high quality photo. Hang on. I'm just gonna fit it to screen. Fit to screen. Look at that.
I can't see it.
Now, give it a sec.
Oh, yeah. Oh, fuck me. Wow.
Look at it. Okay, everyone,
Nice.
go and if you didn't already subscribe when we told you to, why not? But yeah, don't even bother subscribing to us, mate. Like, this guy's got the fucking rigs. Look at it.
Yeah, that's a really cool rig.
Hang on, I need to make this on a bigger screen because I want to see what he's got going on down there. Is that a full like laptop just built into the fucking front of it?
Can you, Shuri, can you drop that into Discord? I'll throw it in my thingy as well.
Yeah, mate. Hang on.
Yep, nice one. If I don't-
Jesus.
No, Weeble. I'm just slipping into.
Yeah, buddy.
I was in the army, so I had to shave every day. I joined a semiconductor company and worked for them for 10 years, so I had to shave every day. And then I was in the fire brigade, so I had to shave every day. So I've just realised that.
Oh, damn. My Discord just went down. Hold on. Sorry, guys and girls. There you go.
You need to get him a
We need
decent
to,
camera.
you need to put the video back on, even
Hold
if
on,
it doesn't work, so it goes back into the right order.
hold on. Is the camera on?
Because otherwise, on my channel, I'm on my channel twice.
And on my channel, I'm not there, but Chewy's in my room, which is quite
Yay!
disturbing. Leave my shit alone.
Oh, what's happened? Sorry, everyone is
I'm going to
watching.
quickly swap his KKO BBR over for a Bobo quickly.
Oh my gosh, that's the last
The
time
only
I
thing
ever
I
do
would
that.
change in Max Cave. That and I would play with the Scar H. That's what I would play with, because I didn't get to play with it last time.
All right, yeah. Still up there.
Don't get it down. You know that you're going to get demonetized.
Okay.
Anyway.
You know that
I've
this
ruined my
video is
stream.
getting banned if you bring that down.
Come on, Surge Man.
Everything's gone back to front, isn't it? Is that what's happened?
Yeah, because your video isn't on, so just
You
load
need to
up.
turn your video on.
Oh,
Yeah,
what?
just
Sorry.
load-
Oh my god. Okay, there you go.
There we go. It's all back. We're all good. Right. We need to go back onto topics. We've jumped off topic way too much.
He's nicked my P4. born to transform into power on, he said. I'm in the video game fire brigade now, yeah. Right, so we talked about the 70% top rated apps. That was all
Yeah,
right.
which is awesome for Pico. Like, well done to them.
Right, so I'd like to talk this. We've actually got 3 PSVR2 stories to talk about. So
Okay, let's go.
the first one I'd like to talk about is so F123, the brand new F1 game from Codemasters, which the 22 game was very well received. The VR was a bit janky when it first released, but it's been sorted. Excuse me, I do apologise. So if you buy F123 on PC, you get VR. If you buy F123 on PSVR2, PSVR2,
We're all
do
talking
not-
different language
you
today. Yeah,
do
sorry.
not get VR. You do not get a VR mode.
Yeah, it's so fucking dumb. So fucking
Why do you
dumb.
think that
Such a
is, though,
missed
guys?
opportunity.
Why do you think
I think it's because Sony, for some whatever crazy reason, don't want another racing game in VR to interfere with the sales of Gran Turismo 7.
Ooh. No,
Because
Sony aren't that petty, surely.
they've got Assetto Corsa Competizione on PS5, but that has no VR mode either.
That's not a real word.
Oh, it is a real. That's actually the correct pronunciation.
Are you fucking serious?
I got pulled up in my review by an Italian guy who's just said English people in Italian, and it's like Assetto Corsa Competizione. There you go. Yeah, so Assetto Corsa, that ACC is on PS5, and that doesn't have a VR mode either. So, there's,
Oh, Trip. Hey, dude.
Hey, Triple Helix, how you doing, mate?
So, yeah. That's bullshit.
Yeah. It's the dumbest decision I've ever... You have a VR mode in PC. Surely you would increase sales of your PSVR 2 if you...
Surely it should be the other way around. Like, have the exclusivity to an actual exclusive system. Because Steam don't give a fuck about exclusivity.
No, they don't, no.
Nah, that's fucking ridiculous.
I really don't understand.
No, Indy still doesn't have camera, Googly.
Sorry, Googly.
Because he's not actually on screen, I can only assume that the entire time we've been online, that he's actually been reviewing different camera setups.
No, I'm just trying to fix the mess I made a minute ago.
Okay.
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, but Weeble, I want to play it on my PlayStation VR 2. As much as I like my PC VR, I like the fact that I can just plug my PSVR 2 helmet on. Helmet? I wouldn't even mind. This honestly, genuinely is zero alcohol.
What is going
it's
on
having
today?
an effect, just like the
placebo effect.
Placebo.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake. Yeah. Yeah, just like plug my PSVR 2 on, jump into my dedicated GTD Pro sim rig, and yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty gutting. But it's alright, because the PSVR 2 headset will be available for PC at some point in the future. Yeah. So, that's the hope. Is he on Macintosh?
Oh my god, what have I done? Okay. Everything's just backwards, okay.
Right. Hang on, right, so before we carry on, what's a reasonably priced, decent webcam?
The Logitech C920.
Jesus Christ, I couldn't even spell. I've got a new keyboard and I'm really struggling to get used to the key placements.
Yeah, I'm going to get on that after this, guys. It's
C920.
It's
what I'm using is not reliable at all.
Oh, so it does 1080p at 30 for 70 quid.
Yeah, it's fine. It's great. I used it for years until I got the Insta360. I would send it to you, Indy, but it's my backup webcam in case anything went wrong during the podcast.
Don't worry. I'll sort it out. I'll get something sorted. Okay, so that was nothing to do with the camera. That was just to do with me accidentally hanging up on Discord.
Yeah, so that we're clear, White Rabbit, that's exactly what he has been doing, and it's been causing a lot of problems. We still do not know why that has been the case.
And so I've missed loads of comments. I have to catch up with what everyone's just taking the piss out of me, basically, in my comments.
They're getting used to it. They'll forget what you look like. Googly Games, I don't know.
If anyone wants to donate, I will match donations to buy him a damn webcam at this point. It's pissing me off that bad.
What it is it didn't work last time, and then I got it to work, and even when we're setting up, it was working, and then as soon as we do something do a call, it just drops out. So that's it. I'm done with it. Yeah. It's crap.
That's exactly.
Yeah, time to level up.
Definitely.
Right, okay, so F1 PSVR 2 outsold the PSVR.
Yes, in the first 6 weeks, yes.
Was it in the first 6 weeks?
No, it was now. It's up to today. Yep.
Yeah, what they kind of showed a chart that said this was PSVR sales up to the first 6 weeks. This is PSVR 2 sales up to the first 6 weeks, and I think they've outsold by about 100,000. So all that bullshit about it not selling well, I mean, it's not Quest 2 sales, but it's still pretty good for a headset.
Yeah,
Silence.
I mean, Evil Kingus has just said that they're getting PSVR 2s are getting relatively cheap.
All right, okay.
He got his for around 60% off retail.
Oh, that's not bad.
Was that off the
which
back
is
of the
which
lorry?
is good for you, mate. But it's obviously it's bad for PSVR 2 in general if people are already selling them that cheap. It's only been out for 3 months.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously doing a lot better. It's quite popular, I'd say, the PSVR 2, but I don't know. It's
You know
done.
what?
Sorry.
No. Finish your thought. I was about to I was trying to reply in my head to something someone said, and it didn't work.
I think it's done. The PSVR 2's done really well to outsell the PSVR 1 at this point, because it's been out since God, when did it come out? 4 months, March, wasn't it?
It's February 22nd.
February.
Yeah, February 22nd, yeah.
So it's only been 3 months, so that's pretty decent. But I think, like you're saying, it's 60% off. So he got it for 60% off. So like people are shorting them for cheap, which is like you said, it is pretty bad, isn't it? Why you said, unless they were desperate to get rid of it or something. But yeah, I think that's really good. I still don't have one. I had a PS5 once, but still.
He has to bring that up, doesn't he? Every single time. Oh, I'm going to rebrand my channel to just play indie games. Well, you really need a Quest 2. So you should sell your PS5. Oh, all right, then.
Yeah, honestly, as much as I think all the haptics and stuff, I still wouldn't get one, just for my personal taste of games. There's some good games there, and there's stuff on the horizon. But yeah, there's not. I mean, if I got a PC and an Index, I know what you're going to say, blah blah blah, but it's plug and play and it works. So, but unless they come out with a really good exclusive, like it was Horizon Zero Dawn, to be honest, that really drew me to it. But then it was a bit of a mixed bag, wasn't it, Horizon Zero Dawn?
Yeah, it was. Unfortunately, it had issues. Me enjoyed it, but there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, so that we don't get back onto the arguments or anything, because I don't think we need to anymore now that Mac finished it. I'm not saying I didn't enjoy the game. I did enjoy the game. It was aggressively okay. Is how I would put it. Like it wasn't bad. It wasn't good. It was okay. There were good points to it, and there were terribly scripted boss battles that were pointless.
Well, how? Okay, sorry, 1 second. Sorry, mate. Do you remember you were talking about playing the game and then Power On? You said you finished it and Mac hadn't, and you said wait till the ending and tell me what you think.
Yeah.
How was the ending for you, Mac? I can't remember what happened.
I watched it live.
You watched it live, yeah. It was okay. I died. I think I died, didn't I? And then I beat it on the second go. And then it just ends very abruptly. So having thought about it a little bit further, it's a typical day one console release game that shows you all the bells and whistles, but doesn't quite have the substance, if you see what I mean.
Do you know what the PSVR 2 needs? Sorry, go on.
Yeah, go on.
It needs a Blood and Truth sequel. I think that would be a big one.
Yeah, it got mentioned. I think Parasite or Assassin mentioned that right at the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Coach just had a really fucking good thought. Do you think Meta may announce Minecraft?
Oh,
that's actually a really, really good prediction. Like, I think that that's a system seller in the same way that like Roblox would be a system seller.
Yeah.
In the same way that Fortnite would be a system seller. Yeah.
Fortnite.
I don't care about Fortnite, but Roblox would sell an incredible amount of headsets. They'll still say that it's for 13 and over, but then they'll sell if they put Roblox on there, they would instantly just sell it to a bunch of 8-year-olds.
Mac, Silver Tongue said to thank you for the bullet dodge of the not getting the PSVR 2.
So,
Bullet dodge. I'll still get one Monday. Just waiting for the right titles to come out, you know. It's still early days. It's only been 3 months. It does take a little while. Give it another 3 months. I think we'll start showing some more good stuff.
yeah, I mean it's. Sony need to pull the finger out. They need to get these AAA IPs on, otherwise they're going to screw themselves, and they're going to be relying on PC ports, Quest 2 ports, instead of like developers. Like again, I keep mentioning Vertical Robot. They're the only ones that did anything different with the PSVR 2, with the haptics and the triggers and the foveated rendering. Just incredible. If you haven't played Red Matter 2, go and play it on PSVR 2. You will be blown away. It's really, really good.
Yeah, it's one of those ones that I'm probably not going to, because I can't really justify playing it a third time.
Yeah, I've actually now played it 4 times through. I've done it on Quest 2, PC, Pico 4, and PSVR 2.
Wow.
But I enjoyed it again. I kind of knew all the puzzles, so
yeah. I saw you got stuck on something. I can't remember what it was.
dementia.
Yeah.
It was the laser for the
yeah, that's it. Yeah.
the little balloon, because I forgot that the laser was.
Oh
sat.
yeah, shit. I've got a giveaway to do tonight. I forgot about it. Courtesy of Mr. Tasm. He is giving us a key for Skyrim VR on PC VR to give away.
Oh, lovely.
So jump in. Specifically for this one, guys. No, I'm not going to be that guy. Make my life easier and say something in my chat, just so that it's going to be easier to tally them up. But I'll try and tally everyone else up as well. What? I don't remember what the disclaimer was, Taz. What disclaimer? Yeah, no, this Wheel of Fortune is going to take absolutely forever, so I will start writing that in a second, and we should probably start talking about fucking Apple.
Yeah. Okay.
Shall we talk? Are we done with the?
Oh, the PSVR 2 is now available on Amazon and Walmart in America and
Yeah.
all those other places. So sales should start to increase because people are going to start seeing it on shop shelves. So that's another good thing.
Yeah. So more casual people who aren't in the VR loop might pick it up and don't know.
Yeah. Maybe have a PS5 and see Resident Evil and Gran Turismo and think, oh, I'll try that.
That's happened to me with the PSVR 1. I'd never tried VR before, and I just saw it and I was like, I don't think it was in a shop. I think it might have been, but then I went and thought about it and stuff, but I did eventually buy it. And it's really good. If you've got a PS5, then...
Yeah.
I mean, everyone should really try VR once at least.
Yeah. And not like a Google fucking card.
And not like a fucking racing game. Like, I can't remember who it was telling me the first game they put their mate in a roller coaster and they don't ever want to play VR ever again. I'm like, I wonder why.
Yeah, I know exactly. Fucking idiots.
Is that it with the PS News or?
Yeah, that was it. That was
Yeah.
just a short bit of the part of the PSVR 2 coverage.
Okay. And are we doing the giveaway now, Powron?
No, carry on talking because this is going to take me
while he's doing that,
long time.
let's talk about something that me and you played, which is Rotten Apple.
Rotten Apple, yeah, we played. We did a live stream. I'd never played it. Indie had been talking to the devs. He sent me a key over. I went in blind. I didn't know anything about the game.
I gave you a hell of a training session, didn't I?
I was like, how do I reload? He's like, just
like,
put your gun hand down. I was like,
do you know what?
Oh, okay.
I forgot that you'd never played it at that point, and I was like, "What? Oh, he hasn't played." Yeah. Go on. It was
Yeah, so it's in early access. So there was actually only one level. There's a story mode coming, and there's another level coming. There was 4 guns in the game. There was a 1911, a Desert Eagle, an Uzi, which was rubbish, and then the shotgun, which you used, which you quite liked. So basically, the premise is it's a zombie wave shooter, and you get money for shooting zombies. You get more money for shooting them in the head. There's a slot machine behind you. You finish a wave, you go to the slot machine, you gamble some money, and you can either get stackable upgrades for you, like more health, more damage, for your weapons, or you can upgrade the actual weapons itself, bigger magazines, red dot sights and stuff like that. And it's just a basic, simple zombie wave shooter. But oh my good God, the first playthrough took about 40 minutes, and we died on about level 37 or 38.
We died on level 35.
Level 35, right? Okay.
Yeah, that was more than 40 minutes, I think.
Yeah, so during the stream, once we got killed and went back to the respawn screen, you had to go and sit down and take some tablets.
Oh yeah, I'll tell my side of the story after you go.
Yeah, I literally had to go outside and stand outside to dry off because I was soaked in sweat. It's crazy because it is a very, very simple premise, but when you're in the thick of it, oh my God, it is so intense. It's like the waves of zombies just don't stop. It's just crazy. So yeah, go on, tell your side of the story.
So I played with the devs, released a video, I think the day before release, and then got Mac a key, and we went in and we started playing, because we had, we had kind of tech issues, remember? Oh yeah, we had to move it forward by half an hour, and then we just went live and just said, let's just do it. And I've forgotten that Mac hasn't played it, and then, I kind of trained him on the job. But it did really well, because you were never played it. We got to wave 35, sorry.
Yeah.
And it's madness. So you got like you get more money for headshots on the zombies, less money for body shots and stuff like that. And then they come in waves, and then you get a short break in between, and then you can use a slot machine anytime with the money that you get. Yeah. And it's like attachments for guns, upgrades like X amount of extra health, or more range on your shotgun, or more shotgun spread, or your Desert Eagle pierces through 2 enemies, and it just brings a whole different kind of a different look to like a zombie wave shooter. And I sweated that day a lot already. And then when I was streaming, I sweated loads. Like it was a warm day, and it was so physical. Like just constantly going left, right, turning around, shooting behind you.
Yeah, screaming.
And,
run in circles.
And man, I started getting cramps because I just sweated that much. So then I basically, do you remember I died and then you had 5 bosses on you?
Yeah.
And you just got.
I killed a zombie. You got put down, and then I killed a zombie, and it had the maximum health thing, which you actually got resurrected and you didn't realise.
Yeah. So you need to get to round 20 in that mode to unlock the next mode, which is the different type of zombies, and it's hard, and it's harder. So that's what we did.
Danger 1.
Yeah, Danger 2. Then we went to Danger 1, but we only got up to 18 when we needed to get to 20.
I think the reason is because I wanted to try the Uzi out, and it was absolutely rubbish. Apparently it's been buffed a bit. I think there was patch notes.
Yeah, I think the devs are in the chat as well. They did.
Yeah, devs there.
They did update it. They updated it with I called it the Mac and VR update.
Yeah. It's just it was fun. There was just a couple of little things, like the handle on the slot machine sometimes didn't work properly, and whoever was hosting had to reset it. There's a weird gun kind of offset where if I hold my arm out straight in front of me, that's usually where my sights look, but it was just slightly cocked up a little bit, so I had to kind of shoot downwards.
Yeah,
it was just like little things like that. It wasn't a great deal, but it's cheap. It's only about 11, 12 quid in the UK.
$14 or 12 quid, I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's come.
It's going to have a lot more content. And it's just a lot of fun. It's just a lot of fun. We were laughing, even though we were panicking. We were laughing all the way through that.
Yeah, yeah. So, like, this week, I think it's going to be the first story update, and next week, hopefully, will be the next one.
Yeah, museum level.
The museum level, which I'm looking forward to. But it was, it's really physical. So it was like a 3.5 hour workout, or however long we were doing it for. It was crazy.
It was, yeah. It was absolutely mad. It's really good fun, though.
But yeah, we'll do it again. We'll do it again soon, and we'll do the Danger 1. And then the thing is, once we get to round 20, do we just quit, or do we go as far as we can? Because it's kind of
just keep going. Try and get as far as you possibly can.
Exactly.
Just keep swimming.
Oh, mate.
Right. Okay. I think I have everyone's names in, so we can do the quick giveaway now, and then we can, or do we, let's quickly talk about fucking Apple, or did we already talk about Apple and I've forgotten?
No, we talk about Apple, and then we can do the giveaway, and then you can get back to bed because you've got to get up for work in the morning, haven't you?
Yeah.
I've got to be up at fucking silly o'clock and deal with my. No, I can't talk about that actually. No, I can't talk about that. Right. So Apple. I mean, I think their motto for VR at this point should genuinely be, like, does anyone actually give a shit about this? Like, in quotation marks, and it can be a nice, like, script writing just underneath it. And,
beautifully presented.
Yeah. Like, what new news have we got on Apple then?
There have been a lot of XR VR journalists invited to the Worldwide Developer Conference, which is where Apple make all their big announcements.
I didn't get one.
I didn't get one. Ian Higton from Eurogamer.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, Ian Higton, he's the Eurogamer VR guy. He's going. So he said, read into that what you wish. But yeah,
okay then.
Yeah, Apple invites XR media outlets to Worldwide Developer Conference keynote for the first time ever. So that's going ahead on a week today, actually.
Ooh, okay.
6 p.m.
But the first time ever is a bit of a dumb thing to say, right? It's like, well, they're not going to just invite any old random Dick and Tom. They're going to obviously invite VR people because that's your fucking target market.
So what do we know about this headset then? Because there were a lot of initial supply chain leaks, but they stopped for whatever reason.
I wonder. Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna look great, right? Because Apple products always.
It does look great. Yeah.
It's going to be, the interface is going to be slick. Whatever they have thought of. Apple. When Apple comes into a market, so there's two things I want to say here. When Apple comes into a market, like phones, like tablets, like smartwatches, they tend to come in at a premium price, and the Apple diehards will buy it. So my only concern here is that if they come into the market and it doesn't do well, or it doesn't do what they expect it to, and people don't receive it well, that Apple will step away from the VR market, and that will damage VR. So we're kind of on a scale here.
I think this is going to end up as not an amazing VR device, but I think it's going to end up as a really good AR device.
That's what they're going for, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
like I can genuinely see, because of its futuristicness, like look at like late 90s, early 2000s Oakley as a marketing push, right? They had these really out there, Oakley, the glasses brand, yeah? They had this really out there, futuristic, really edgy looking things. Like they had basketball players that were wearing the ones that like are perfectly round, like bug's eyes that went over the top of your head to hold onto your head. Like those are iconic looking things. Yeah. And I can genuinely see people, higher up people, not normies like us, but like, you know, those people in the upper echelons of the humanity, possibly wandering around, you know, using these to navigate themselves to different shops, or be able to have like a TV screen up in the corner while they're on the bus. Well, not bus. They're not going to wear. They're not going to be on a bus, are they?
Well,
they can afford an Apple headset. They're not on a bus. Yeah, so I can genuinely see that, and some of the VR stuff might be pretty cool. You know, if it's really user friendly and it's great, like if it makes you feel like, if it's got something like an Apple version of big screen built into it, that's going to be fucking amazing. It's going to be a really good experience, and I will probably maybe get to try it once in my lifetime because I'm not buying one.
Yeah, if they have demonstration units, I will go up to the Apple store.
I think normally
Apple store.
They do. I think they probably they might do because they normally have demo stuff going on at Apple.
Have you tried VR before, sir?
No.
But yeah, it's. I think it's gonna be very good for like businesses and stuff like that, and design and thing, you know, all that kind of stuff. But then they did say they're going to go for. They said gaming, but there's no controllers. But you never know if they bring peripherals out or if it's just your thumbs moving. But something that I just remembered, it like with next week. It's not Apple related, but I don't know if anyone else noticed, but on the Quest store, the Quest 3 is on there. It's saying game supports the Quest 3.
Oh, right, okay.
So does that mean the Quest 3 is going to be announced and then they're trying to take Apple's light away?
Well, that was one of the things I thought the Metagaming Showcase was for, but unfortunately, and I agree with it, with what Shui said here, is that if you're going to do that, you need to do it on the Friday or the Saturday before Apple do their showcase on the Monday, because people have a very short memory, and 7 days is too long.
Yeah, so
they'll have forgotten about Quest 3 by then.
It's Thursday, isn't it? So it's in 3 days from now, isn't it? And then the Apple one's next Monday, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but that's 4 days. It's too long. Like we live on a 24-hour news cycle, mate.
Yeah.
Like 72 hours is your fucking limit, realistically. Like it's only fucking nerds like us that actually still talk about this shit months afterwards. Like your average Joe, you know, that has a life and actually gets to bang chicks and stuff. They're they don't think about things after 24 hours.
Yeah.
Unless it's smashed in their face all the time.
Do you see the Quest 3? Yeah, but I banged this really hot chick. Oh, Apple. And that is literally, that is literally.
And that is Mac's version of the Chads of the world.
There you go. But the fact that it's starting to show on the store is so why would they do that unless they want? If they tease that right and they don't announce the Quest 3 on Thursday, then I don't know. They've just done it at the wrong time. Then they shouldn't be teasing it now.
Yeah, what I mean? The developer of Rotten Apples is in your chat, mate.
Okay.
Hello, Brilliant.
Sorry, I've got loads of chat. The press conference and dropped 299 with
so here's the thing then. Are you going to need an Apple phone to use this Apple headset?
I don't think you will, but if they do, it won't matter, because the majority of people that are going to buy an Apple headset are already going to be in the ecosystem.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's going to just be a non-Apple customer and just go and buy that headset. I'll be very
Here's
surprised.
the thing, though, actually, because there are several. I wonder whether there's going to be apps within the headset that only work if you're using your phone with them.
Yeah.
Because that would be pretty cool, and that's a good like push towards. Oh yeah, stay in our ecosystem. Don't look at that thing that Meta are doing that costs 10% of the price.
Here's a stand for your Mac that costs $600.
It used to, when it was first released, that was not $600. It was $999. It was $999.
Oh my god. Headset can offload processing to the phone.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Okay. Yeah.
It's not like their phones aren't powerful. Like, they've got
They've
fucking good hardware.
The stuff they've got in their phones is like bloody crazy, man. Fire VR's a real Apple freak, and he tells them about all this stuff, and like it's like madness. What the technology they use in their phones nowadays.
Thing is, I like to actually have a phone that I'm allowed to do things with once I've, because I bought it, it's mine. I'm allowed to do things to it because I'm on an Android platform, whereas the Apple's ecosystem is so tightly closed that it just wouldn't be practical for me. I wouldn't go back to Apple.
I have had I spent like £1,500 on a MacBook Pro, and it was great. It lasted 10 years. I think I've still got it. I think just my charger's broken, but they're solid products. They are solid products. But I do remember getting pissed off with the Apple kind of restrictions of everything. Like we can't do this and you can't do that. You can't get that app, and it's a bit like it did annoy me.
Austin Hartley's just said on my chat, Apple know what they are doing. If you are buying the computer with the 1K stand, you can probably afford the 1K stand.
100%.
They know who their audience is. That's a good point, that, Austin. Thanks, mate.
Yeah, no, Googly Gamers, you're not wrong, man. I still, like, until 10 years ago, in fact, probably as early as 6 years ago, I would have said that 90% of people are actually better off, although I genuinely believe that they're being scammed. I think they would be better off with Apple products because they do work better. What I mean by work better is that they work easier. Like, most people are used to the interface. It's a very clean and clear, very easy to use interface. The moment you want to go any level above that, though, other systems just become a better option for people. So if you're not into that, like my grandparents, I will get them an Apple phone.
Yeah.
Like, even to the point, like, my dad is probably honestly better off with an Apple phone. Even though he likes to think he likes his tech. I think he would be better off with an Apple product. But he can't afford an Apple product. And so he buys an Android product for a third of the price, and it does like 90% of what he wants to do. But yeah, you're not wrong, man. Apple's products, like, in fact, I don't want to say their products are just good quality. I want to say that their software is good quality. I think, like, a lot of their products that they sell, the hardware, I mean, it's the same as any other fucking PC. Unless you're getting the ones with dedicated sort of A1 chips and M1 chips and things, like their phones and their more mobile devices are. But yeah, generally speaking, it's a great ecosystem if you've got the money to put everything into the ecosystem.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like even my dad prefers Apple. I got him an Android for a while. He spent a lot of money on a phone, and then he just said, "I want my Apple back." Then he just threw the Android at me. As you can have that, I'm going to go to the Apple store. And it is, like you said, for older people, it is very kind of friendly, isn't it? It's just like I don't know. It's just very. I don't know how to say it. It's very clean and kind of, I think, more geared towards the more mature, I'd say. What do you reckon, the Apple compared to Android?
You say that, but then their target market is the young and trendy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's an odd one. It's kind of like our target market is the young and trendy, but we're going to price those people out of our product and sell it to the boomers.
Yeah.
I'm retired. I've got loads of money. Yeah, here you go.
Anyway,
there's just one more point.
Go on.
Right, so my wife has an Apple phone and I have an Android phone. I got banned from Facebook and lost access to my Quest. In the meantime, Apple implemented the fact that you could completely opt out of any data sharing.
Yes.
Which I think was a massive, massive thing.
It
coincided with the Quest 2 going up in price by $100. There you go.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's how much your money. Well, to be fair, that's not even how much your data is worth. It's worth way more.
Way more than that. Yeah. I take it you're going to duck out.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to, mate. Are you guys continuing or?
Well, we've been going for 2 hours, so I'm quite happy. We've actually run out of stuff to talk about.
Well, let's do this giveaway then quickly.
Okay.
I've put everyone's name in. Here is the quick disclaimer, not Taz's disclaimer, but my disclaimer. If you win this, I really don't care if you want something else, because this is what I have to give. If you don't have PCVR and you've won it, feel free to give it to a friend. Feel free to give it away on Twitter. Feel free to do something with it, like print it out and burn it. I don't care, right?
Yeah. So just we have a key swap scheme on Discord.
Oh,
I've got-
okay. In
I've
that
got
case,
one
yeah,
as well.
go
Yeah.
over there.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you have a key and you don't want it, then you can put it up on the key swap part of the Discord, and then you can get something else. So
Cool.
there you go.
Yeah, it's actually not. It's not even like it's a cheap game, man. It's like a €60 game.
It's a good game because Skyrim's a brilliant game. You got to spend a bit of time modding it, but then it's
Yeah, you got to mod the
really
shit out
good.
of it, but it looks great when you do.
Yeah.
Right, so let's get the wheel of names up.
Good luck, everyone.
Good luck, everybody. Fingers crossed.
Right, hang on. So yeah, let's. So everyone's names I think are in there. They're probably misspelt to fuck, but at least we'll be able to work out who's who. Yeah, good luck, people. Spinny, 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 spinny.
Spinny,
We
spinny.
need to have like a sound effect for this.
Oh.
Monkey nuts, monkey nights.
Hey,
Jesus
monkey
Christ.
nuts.
Is it monkey nuts? I've written monkey nights. I've not even
monkey
written
nuts,
monkey
yeah.
nights. Monkey nights. My apologies, dude. But yeah, you've won it. So reach out to me on Twitter or Discord
Congrats.
or anywhere really, mate. And I will pop you over your key. Congrats, dude.
Congratulations.
Also worth when you win it, say thank you to Tazos, that guy who donated it this time.
Cheers, Tesla.
Fucking Tazos, man. He's such a fucking dude.
Yeah, I think next week we'll be a bit more organised. We'll can all give some keys away, right? We'll do a.
Yeah. I'll do all the things.
Austin Hartley's just say that's not the key swapping. That is not the key swapping that was going on when I was younger. Yeah, do you know what kept happening to me, Austin? I kept picking my own bloody keys out of the bowl.
Oh, well, think of it like this, Mac. If you picked your own keys out of the bowl, right, then someone else was having multiple sets of keys. So,
Yes.
you were providing a service to other people to have more fun.
Yes.
And Mac just went into the corner and masturbated in the dark.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, right. Okay. Time to stop the podcast right there.
Yeah, no, I think that's probably our end point right there.
Right, guys. So thanks for tuning in. I've been Mac in VR.
I've been the dude next to Mac and VR.
And Indy's ghosted us.
I've been in the VR with technical issues, and I will have a camera next time, I promise.
That's a good boy.
You got right. So in 2 weeks' time, if he logs on and I see that bloody Connect iRuin camera logo again, I'm going to actually drive down to London and stick this C920 up your backside. And then turn it
At least
on
buy me a drink first.
podcast.
All right, guys.
No drink, no lube. If anything, I'm going to wrap it in fucking sandpaper.
All right, everyone.
Right,
Oh my
it's been
God.
wonderful, guys. Thanks for joining us. We will see you next time.
See you next
Cheers,
time.
everybody.
Bye.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Cheers. Bye.